Just loading up Auto Vista now.
Hi. Fuck.
The stream should be back on now, if anyone wants to check for me.
I'll have a look for you, bud.
Just loading back into the game now. Oh, annoying. Sorry about that, everyone. My computer graphics card, it's got an issue. It just black. So I'm just loading back into the server now. So everyone can hear me, hopefully.
It's all good to say broadcast is back, or?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yep, message has been sent.
All right. And warm up now. Are they still in warm up on your screen?
Yep.
Oh no, you need to see. Okay, so you need to see me. I'll stream it back in. In what's her name? Share screen. Share screen. All right, I'll put my broadcast back in. All right. Well, that was fun.
Well, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Well, it's not for me. I don't want that. I've got a driver issue when I'm streaming or something, but it just shut down all three monitors. I could still hear you, and then it crashed. All right, well, we're entering race. All right. Well, that was good timing, I guess, to get back in. So apologies for that. So I need to be in broadcast mode and enter. Okay, so it looks like we're back, and I can see cars. That is good. Snipes on the grid this time. I mean, I can see him down the back this time, so hopefully... I don't know what happened to Snipes. I'd say he had a hardware issue or a computer issue, which I'm having at the moment, so hopefully I don't crash for the stream again.
Well, if you want an intermission, well, there it was.
Yeah. Looks like everyone's on the grid, which is good to see. I might start from the back this time. Alright, so starting from P19, who unfortunately rear grid because he couldn't get out of the pits. Race 1 is Snipes, but it's good to see him back for race 2, so that's good. Angus Wells had to avoid Glenn Miles there, so and then so we're at Snipes, Angus, then Alex, P17. Hopefully have a better race this time around. Glenn Miles in P16, and then P15, who's got some work to do, but he can definitely do it, is Dan McDonald, after blowing his engine on the final lap of P2 of race 1 as he gets some contact from behind him. Brian Walsh, 14th. Melody Smith, which is, I don't know if this is the best starting position she's done for 13th, but good on her. Rhodey in P12, Fellow Super 3. Darren Kemp, P11. Daryl Callahan, I reckon he can move up if everything goes better through this race. Matt Cecil with P9. Bennett in 8th, and starting 7th, way ahead of all the other Super 3s, is Nether Realm in, so I'd say P-Word is looking for next year. I'd say P-Word is on the table. Steve Warwick in 6th. Darren Lachlan in 5th. Teammate Higginson in 4th. And Angus Brown, who started in 2nd, got spun, hit in the back, and then spun on the first lap, is charged all the way back up to 3rd. So I'd say he'd be, if everything goes better for him, he'd be battling for P2 and P1 if it goes better. Mitchell Steele Ellison starting on the front row with the pole sitter originally and the race winner, Scott Morrell. What's this chicane called? Do you know? I'm terrible at track corner names.
Spaghetti.
Random Italian word. The last one starts with... Oh, everyone's going to be going, I can't believe you don't know. This is called... Oh, it's in my head, but I can't remember what this corner's called. It starts with R, I think. Oh. I do Radion? Is that it? Or is that...
Mate, I'm speaking out my ass.
I think you might be right. I think this might be... Or is that an Imola? I don't know. I don't know. I apologise. I know there's people going, this fucking idiot doesn't know Monza.
Let's just call it.
I think you're right though. I think the radio... It could be radio.
It looks like a bowl. Let's go bolognese.
I bet people are the people watching going, it's not radio, you fucking idiot. But anyway.
I watch V8 Supercars and I don't watch F1.
Ooh, is that roadie nearly going to the back of the camera here? Alright, see if I can get a good starting camera here. As Angus Wells comes to the end there. Alright, as they just need to get on the line before we get note. Callahan's backed into roadie now, so that's going to hopefully not too much damage to roadie. Don't know if that's a penalty or not.
I don't remember if I've ever seen someone reversing someone on
Alright,
the grid.
they were quite off, but anyway. Right, race 2. As they span out, and I think Mitchell's got a decent start with Morrell. As Higginson's come through the middle.
Oh my god!
Oh no, this could be bad.
This could be big!
Is he going to hold it? I can't see him because he's behind the trees. No, he's spun. But with all that...
That's not good.
Higo with a monster start has charged through and taken the lead through gapping the middle. I won't do a replay because I'll probably miss all the live action. So Morrell's already on it and goes, I can't believe Higo's gone and done that. How do you do that? But now they're going to go 3 wide here.
No, you don't do this here.
No, so Mitchell slightly moves out, but Scott's going to have the advantage of these 2 corners. But Higo's going, no. Higo's immediately on the offense.
Oh.
So here they will come. And Higo's already. So here we go. Yeah, exactly. So that's good. That was working in his favour. Mitchell's going, man, I want to survive this first lap, but so he might be able to pick a position here off from Morrell here. So that's the thing. Are they going to start playing proper slipstream games? Because they sort of... Yeah, so Mitchell's definitely doing that. And then he's going to get more slipstream from Higo from moving to the right here. So, action-packed first lap. McDonald's back down to 13th, so... I don't know how he... I think he rolled out because he had to cut through the grass.
Yeah, I was riding on board with him. He was at the start. At the start, he was very turn wheel ready to jump everyone. He's made a look to stay to the inside. But he's like, nah, fuck it, I'm going to the outside and just start driving on the grass. It was really bad from there.
Oh, was there contact with Morrell and Higo there, and that's impacted both their exits. So that's brought Angus into this, and hopefully he's had a better start than his first race, of course. And with all this battling, I reckon that's going to bring Warwick into this as well. And then Bennett's up to 6, so...
Scotty comes across, he goes nose there. 2 ways, 1-1. Goes, probably going to try for a dive down here. So he goes a walk.
So it's an action-packed beginning of this race. So they realise that, I think, yeah, they've gone, well, everyone's spaced out, so I've got to try and stay on them this time. That's what they're doing. Yep, the bump draft here. So Mitchell's definitely been using the drafting, but he just hasn't been getting the track position to make the move. As Higo's gone wide, and that's going to impact all of them. Yep. Oh, and Mitchell just held onto it. Angus had to, take evasive action. And I think Angus is... No, he's going to slip back, try and get it. And that's brought Warwick into it. And it's slowly bringing Bennett into this battle. I think so. How many seconds is Bennett behind? So he's 2.9 seconds behind Warwick. It'll be interesting to see if he can bring that down if they continue to battle this way. But now Murrell's gone and got a 1.5 second because of that little mistake that Higo made coming onto the S-bend on the back straight, because of course I don't know the corner name. That has affected all of them and got Murrell a bit of a bonus here. As Angus, oops, go backwards. There we go. Angus has made a move on Mitchell. And yeah, and that's brought Warwick into the thing. So
Darren's fallen down a long way.
He's in 11th. Oh, sorry, no, yeah, he's in 10th, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong D.
About to be overtaken by his teammate momentarily.
We're going to stick with this battle. I can see the Kemp's battling McDonald in the background.
He's full Kemp mode.
I'll go back to it to see, because he's definitely got the pace. But Kemp's going, yeah, I'm blocking. Around the outside. Oh my god, but he hasn't held it. They've all three of them have gone too wide. And Snipes is going to go, where the hell am I going? He's going past all of them down the straight. And he's going to get 3 spots. He's just held it. He's gone. That was incredible. He said, no, I'm just going for it. I'm not holding up. Now he's having a massive battle with McDonald here. So Snipes is going, well, I missed race 1. I need to get all the action from race 1 into race 2. But looks like McDonald's going to have the track position, and Snipes is going to let him go. It's probably smart, but he's got to watch Loughnane, who saw a door open then close in front of him. As Murrell does the fastest lap with a 1:47.7. I'm glad I got that. That was great work by Snipes. As Callahan and Loughnane are having a battle here. Can Callahan and... I was thinking, yeah, good thinking there, Kemp. Yes, you had the run, but this is definitely a better line to take. And I think he's going to... No, he hasn't got him, but he might be able to stay next to him here, Kemp, if he can... But it'll be interesting to see, because... Yeah, Callahan's got the track position though, so I don't know if Kemp's going to go for a move here. He's still right on him, but then it's weird. You have the run here, but then you have the discipline. Wow, he's just let him have it. Callahan's going, I don't want to get spun again from this corner, so once bitten, twice shy there. So I might go back up to so I'm sorry I missed all the battling up here. So Angus Brown. Yep. So I think Mitchell's lost a spot to Callahan, to Brown here, I think, yes.
Mitchell's not even here to race, he's just here to bump draft people.
Yeah, I'll just push people along, yeah. Which is not a bad idea, because then you don't lose as much time. Well, as I say that, they go 3 fucking wide, so... And Brown's probably might even get Higo. So I think Mitchell's bump drafting and pushing the car in front of him. And they get the advantage, but then he can't go anywhere. Is that a flash of yellow there? Oh, well,
Mitchell was just poking the bear with a stick here.
Warwick has lost time to his teammate. Bennett's hasn't really gained much time over them, so I guess they've been a bit smarter in their battling and not causing too much time loss. There's Brown. Oh, he's been hit, but he's made the pass, and that's pretty good. And Mitchell's going right. Can I make a move here? No, he can't. He just can't get the track position, Mitchell. He's
That's
always
what I'm
there.
wondering about.
So if he can just get a good exit off a S-bend onto a straight, he might be able to make a move. The thing is, these two are constantly battling, and he just can't get the track.
He's pushed him off the track.
I think that was I think that was accidental, so I don't think that's penalty-wise. But yeah, it wasn't the cleanest
To the
pass.
slammer.
So Scott Morrell's, he's 4 seconds ahead between this battle. So they've sort of spaced each other out. Now it'll be interesting to see if Mitchell can make a move on Higo now, because he's go back.
I think we know what he's going to do.
Where's the bumper cam? Bumper cam's best. Stick with him.
Have to get a full view of the.
So he's on a good distance from here. So he just needs a clean run through here, get a better run than Higo. Yeah, like exactly like that. Ooh. But yeah, so he's had a better run. Now he's going to have. Oh, Higo's had a tiny bit exit because he's got a slipstream of these snakes down the back straight here. So he can pick and choose his draft here. As they
bum draft Higo probably past Angus.
Let's have a look. We'll stick with him.
What
Tarzan
happens
grip
then?
indeed.
But it grips like the retard holding the class pet.
Okay. As he breaks the latest, but again, he's got the pace, but he doesn't have the train. He's trying to find different line as Higo lights it up a bit. And that does invite, when you see a car do that, it does, you tend to put your foot down on the pedal a tiny bit more, and just because it invites you to do so, but you've got to make sure you don't do it yourself. So can he get a nice run through here? Yes, he has. He goes all over the shop, and there you go. And that's what he needed. So he was there. He just needed to keep at him. And Higo made an unforced error, and now he's got it into third.
The question is, will Higo be a yippy dog, or will he bump draft Mitchell to play back into Angus?
I say Higo doesn't like being in third and being in fifth, so he wants to go back to third. So I can guarantee you he's not going to try and stay. He's not going to hold position. He's already trying to find a position, find a spot here. Mitchell's got a great run. He might make a move on Brown here.
He's bump drafting him. Oh,
he goes with him.
Oh.
So where does he go here? Higo can go with Brown here. He's had a great run, but he's going to have to try and hold this. But I think they're going to go faster. Two cars is faster than one when it comes to slipstream.
Yeah,
and again,
big old suck button fuck up the train.
Looks like Rhodey's done an early pits, or he's down a lap. I don't know if Rhodey's had an issue, so that's going to affect his races. Higo's now back in second. So he's gotten them both in that, so well done, Higo.
Stamon's getting closer, he's at P7.
Oh, so slowly catching. Because yes, he did shuffle down to pretty much the back of the field after his excursion of the grasses. So we're just going to hold with this battle, because I know there's probably other battles, but this is quite entertaining, just because Mitchell's having, he just can't get he's doing everything right, and then he just gets the power of the two cars drafting against him. There's Murrell's.
If I was Scott Murrell at this time, I would pull over somewhere and I'll have a nice spot of wine and eat some cheese. Really?
I'll just manage your tyres. You got a 6-second lead. Doesn't harm if you lose 2 seconds. Bring down a 4-second lead just to manage your tyres. Just in case there is a yellow. But I suppose you'll pit now anyway, so don't really need to manage anyway.
Just past Bennett.
It's Warwick getting past Rhodey, and there's McDonald. Yep, he's gotten past Bennett.
Can McDonald get to the podium? Do you reckon he's got what it takes?
Well, if these guys, I'd say if these, he's probably gonna. I'd say he's got the
Will he do
pace.
the undercut? Will
I don't know.
it be effective?
Well, how is he? So at the moment he's plus 8 seconds to Warwick. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. As Mitchell's finally got a good move here, and that's a clean.
The thing is with
Clean
these
pass.
guys here, they are putting themselves faster on the straight, so they'd be getting away from McDonald. But then
Yeah.
they're battling really hard on the corners, which
Exactly.
is really not getting them anywhere.
Exactly. So it'll be interesting. We'll keep an eye. So we'll keep an eye on the McDonald timing in 6. So he's 8 seconds behind Warwick. So if that starts to close, then he might be able to get him. As we'll probably start seeing pits again in the pit stops in the next 2-3 laps. As some people pit on the end of lap 10 rather than 9, just to have better tyres at the end of the stint, end of the race, which makes sense. But it doesn't overall. The sharing the tyres is better overall, but it may not be faster near the end. So you might want a bit extra pace near the end. So it's either or. So Miles, flying along at the moment, 5.1 seconds ahead of Steele Allison, he's Higginson, sorry. So this sort of calmed down a bit. I'll see if there's any other battles happening at the moment. And once again, everyone's sort of spacing out. These guys are 1 second ahead of each other. Callahan's, he's not having a good round here. He's faster than this, but he's just had bad little spins that have cost him. He's gotten past Kemp though, so Kemp's obviously had an issue because Kemp did get past him before. Melody's held into as Bennett gets a drafty penalty. Melody's done well. She's held 13th, and she's 5 seconds ahead of Walshy, so she's having a great run at the moment. Angus Wells in 15th. Roadies, he had that pit. I don't know if he's had an accident and had to pit. And then Bennett's got a drive-through penalty, and then Glenn Miles. And Snipes has had a DNF. I've missed that as we've got cars in the pits at the moment. So Miles pitted and Brown's pitting. He's just up on the jacks now. Kemp's come in.
I think Damon's looking pretty likely here for a podium. He's, as Luke Spexo put it, hauling ass.
Oh, is he? Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. But I've missed what's happened to Snipes, which is a shame because he was charging through the field when he had that pass of 3 cars that went wide. So who's in the lead at the moment? So Steele Allison. We'll go to Steele Allison. Apologies for the skipping, as he's gotten past Higo. So these guys keep battling. So it'll be interesting to see. Now that's the thing. So if you're battling this hard, if you're the car behind, then you'd probably check if they're coming pit. And I would try and make a pit. You don't want to pit at the same time. You want to try and see if you can go a lap longer or just to make it. So it looks like I'd say Mitchell's coming into the pits with that shallow line, which he is, and Higo's staying out. So it'll be interesting to see if the strategy works for either one or the other. His teammates coming in now. Surely they share a pit boom.
Oh yeah, this is...
Because they're going to make a mistake that I did at Townsville, because I was fuel saving and I was concentrating so hard that I thought Cam had pitted. I thought I saw him pit, but because he was wearing the black livery, I saw Warwick pit. So I came in at the same time, and it cost me massive because I had to sit behind him. So here we go. Is this going to cost Warwick? I think it is. It's going to cost him 14 seconds.
Position for Damon.
You can't do side by side. You're not allowed to do that, and I don't think he can. No, he can't do it. So he's done the exact same thing, and that's going to cost Warwick big time. He's now backed in. Hang on, and he's going to direct. So that's cost him. I reckon that's cost him 20 seconds. As Bennett gets the drive-through penalty in the pit, so that's bad luck. So that's the thing. So he's going to learn the lesson I've learned: is before you pit, get to the pit window, talk to your teammate, even though you think he pitted, as I did. It was the wrong livery I saw, so that's going to cost him a lot. I reckon. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Anyway, bad luck.
I'm just on board with Damon at the moment. He is not. He is not holding back. He's going. He's going fucking.
So Higo and him haven't pitted yet. Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. So
that's correct.
So they're gonna.
Light just came on.
So Higo's gonna. I'd say you'd want to pit now. I mean, Damon could try and stay out for an advantage, but I don't think so.
He's coming in.
So there's Higo pitting. Is Damon going to follow him? Yes, he is. And he's made up a shit ton of time. Look at that. That is a great pit entry. I reckon he's gained a second, 2 seconds on that entry. And Bennett's having a good. That's a good entry too by Bennett. So he might gain a position. You know, because if you're battling in the second 2 second range of a car, and you have a great entry like that, and you gain you can gain. That's why we do get ping sometimes for speed, pit entry, because we try and make that time trying to get to the line and hitting 40 as you hit the line. So, but yeah, Bennett and McDonald had a great pit entry there. So it'll be interesting to see.
I wonder what the gaps are going to be like now to Damon, because I wonder if the other two went really conservative in 2.
It'll be interesting to see. So Damon's coming out now. Who's ahead of him?
Angus.
So there's the gap with Higo.
Where's Mitch?
Mitchell still Ellison.
Mitch is ahead.
So he's gained 3 seconds over Higo. So Mitchell's had a great pits. But of course, who has lost out, who was in 5th, was Warwick, who's now in 9th. So he's lost 4 spots with that double stacking, which wasn't even double stacking. He tried the side-on-side trick, which you're not allowed to do. So it's probably good for him that didn't work, because I reckon he would have got a harsh penalty for it. So then he had to back up.
See your teammate go in. Why would you go in?
I made the exact same mistake last round. You probably think he's gone in. You've been concentrating on other thing. I honestly thought I saw Cam's livery trundling down the pit lane above it, but I forgot he's wearing the black. He was driving the black one, and I saw Warwick in his blue livery, and I just thought, he's pitting, because I was looking at my fuel numbers and I wasn't looking at the teammate exit. So it can happen. I know, because I fucked up last round doing that. It cost me 30 seconds. So, and now Darren Laughlin's coming in now for his pits. I think he was the last to pit. Yeah. And I think that's gonna refresh the field. So there's Murrell. Mitchell still Ellison. So Mitchell he definitely made a lot of ground in the pits. And I think the cruel thing now is to see where's Damon behind Higo. I think he's lost a bit. So he's
had a wobble into the last corner.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because he was a lot closer to Higo. But there's the gap. So that's how much he's come back up to 4th. So he's made a lot of time, especially through the pits. I reckon he gained a second through the pits as well. Bennett's gone up to 6th as well. So I think with that great pit entry that helped, and it gave him distance over, because Nether was closer to him, I recall. So, but yep. So Damon's, after that awful lap 1, he's picking up the pace.
As the wise man once said, he is not here to fuck spiders.
Exactly. So with that, Scott Murrell, P1, has just been dominating this race. He will be a Supercars driver next year. So this will be his last year in Dev Series, because he's just too fucking fast. I'd say the same with Mitchell still Ellison. I'd say they're probably going to get promoted as well. Like, they are already in this. I think he's already a Supercars driver anyway, but he's probably going to be not allowed to drive in this series with the pace that he's showing. And Angus Brown's been improving as well, so he's had a good run. Here you go. I reckon if he hasn't been spinning out as much, which is what he needs to do. But he did lose time in that pit stop, so I don't know, because he was definitely closer to Mitchell Ellison. So And there's Dan McDonald. So he's... Let's have a look. So Higo is 6 seconds up the road. So Kenny... I don't think he's going to get in the podium, but he might be at... If Higo makes a mistake, he might be able to catch him as Luke. Hey, Higo, as I say that, Higo's on the fastest lap of the race. So he might not be able to catch him if Higo keeps that up, as Higo's right on with that. So he must have got a great draft from Brown then, which would have helped his lap time then. So that's the thing. So do you try and go for fourth, or do you push Brown up to get to Mitchell? Because I reckon they can get into slipstream range from Mitchell. And as we know, 2 cars are faster than 1 when it comes to slipstream. So will Higo do that? Will he be smart about it and try and work together with Brown to catch the second place, or does he just want third? So it'll be interesting to see if Higo just goes for third and says, no, Brown can push me up to thing, as we've got a lap traffic in the way, which might be a factor here. Because it's Mitchell did flash miles to say we're coming through as Higo. It's going to be side by side, and he's gotten around it. So Brown's going to look. I'll just let you pass, and I'll see if we can. Oh, he's lost a bit. I think he's given him too much space. As Higo's had to cut the corner just to avoid Glenn Miles there, I reckon. Which is fair enough. You know, you're battling for a thing, so you might as well get a track cut to your name. If you can, you know, you do get 3 or 4 of them. 3 of them before your final warning. And if you get 5th, 5, I think you do get a drive through penalty. So can Higo catch Mitchell? I think their slipstreaming is impacting them, and I mean is helping them keep the distance to Damon.
Oh, Damon is going.
Damon's going very fast, but he's by himself. He's going very fast as a single car. But he doesn't have a slipstream buddy like these guys have been working. They haven't been working together, but the slipstream I think has been helping them just down the straights, and they're long straights here. So look at that. He goes clawing up, and he's going for a dive here. So, and Mitchell's gone, I'm going to let you go. Now Higo has to let. Now he's cut the corner there. He's going to have to let him by cleanly, completely past, and he hasn't. You're going to have to roll off Higo because you definitely got an. Oh, I'd say that might be steward worthy there. Now he's let him pass, but that was battling. You've got to let the car, if you've gained an advantage like that, you've got to let them completely pass you back before you engage that. So you might get a bit of a warning with that. I don't know if that's penalty-wise, but anyway, back to it. He's back.
Before this, sorry to butt in. Before this, Damon's gained a second on them.
Well, that's the thing. Because of that battling, because they're cutting. So yes, he is definitely hammering along, trying to recover after his disastrous blown engine from race 1. So yeah, he has caught. He definitely has made time, and he's got 3 laps to try and get it as Mitchell still Elson's. So with them battling, this will help his cause. We've also down the back we've got Lochnan and Cecil and Callahan battling as well, but we're going to stick to this battle since these guys have earned it because they're up higher. As Higo goes wide again. Oh, he's made it, and he's got an advantage on that. See, I think you've got to, because when I think it was Damon in race 1, I can't remember who it was. No, it was Murrell. Murrell cut the corner. He made sure he rolled off there to make sure that he didn't get a clear advantage, and I reckon Higo got a clear advantage then. So I think he might get a word from the stewards from getting advantages of track. Like, yes, you can get a track cut, you know, so be it. But if you're getting quite a significant advantage of it while you're battling, because Mitchell was right up his bum, and with that track cut, he's gained like 2 or 3, maybe up to 3 car lengths in position while battling for a podium. So it'll be interesting to see if the stewards look at that. I'll throw the commentary back into the the steward's booth like I did, because it definitely impacted last round at Townsville, as Higo drifts around the corner. And while it looks cool, it's not fast, and it does, does tell the driver behind you, yes, you're pushing it, and you're with two times wear on your tires, you're doing double. It's double the damage to when you slide like that, and it does increase your temperatures, which makes you slide even more. So he slid around at the exit of that corner as well, if it is Radeon, if that is its name. And Mitchell's right on him here, but he's pushing him along. He's going right, yeah, because it's the thing. You want to pass them completely into T1 so you can hold them in T2. Otherwise, you just go two cars wide. You go side by side, and it just slows you both down. So it was actually quite smart from Mitchell, I reckon, because he's trying to keep the distance from Damon chasing them. Like, where's he now? So. He's down to 3 seconds. So he might catch Angus by the end of this. He might get into 4th if there's no other driver.
If the front 2 battle enough.
Yeah, that's true. That's the thing. As it stands, he might catch the back of Brown. But like you said, if these guys continue battling and end up pushing each other a bit offline and off track, like Higo nearly did then that could play into Damon's hands. So. As Morrill's just he's nearly 6.5 seconds ahead in the distance, so he's dominated this round. As Higo sends it into the corner, like exactly this. So that's going to give him a slower exit here. That's going to make Mitchell come out of the slipstream, and they're going to go side by side into the last corner here, and that's going to slow them both down. So. But it might give Mitchell the spot if he can do an over and under here. So he's going to break a bit earlier. As he goes, yep, he's definitely not gone in there cleanly. And he's closed the gap, and unfortunately that's impacted Mitchell trying to do the over and under there. And that will bring Brown into it. So Brown's 2.2 at the line at the moment. So it'd be interesting to see if Brown can... I don't know, I think you'd probably have to be in the second range to get a slipstream. Advantage of a slipstream anyway. I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see if he can close the gap, as these two are constantly battling.
I reckon this might be on for the last lap here. You gained 5/10 off of him there.
Exactly. Where am I? I've just gone the wrong way. Sorry about that. I'm just going to scroll back to see the other battles. So Bennett, Warwick's trying to climb back and get past Nether here. I'd say Nether's probably going to let him go. So I'm doing really well with Super 3 at the moment. Being in the top... No, Nether's going, no, I'm going to fight for this. Good on him. But, oh, good save there by Nether. I thought he was going to go around then. But he's lost the position to Warwick, so Warwick's clawing back. These guys have been battling. Kemp's way a bit further, quite a few back, and Melody's held her 13th position over Rhodey and Angus. So, anyway, back to the front as these two are still battling. And that's the thing, if you're entering the chicane like that, that will be slowing both of these guys down. So I'd say, so what's that now? So Brown's still the same amount, same distance. So even they're slowing each other down at the the corners like this, getting pushed along in the straight is obviously helping them. So as looks a lot better from Mitchell this time round. In the last corner. But Higo's going to have a side draft here. And he's had a better run out of... Yeah, because you do get he's had a better traction coming on a wider line. So it's the last lap now, so... It's time to go. And that's a nice clean... That's a perfect T1 pass in Monza by Mitchell there. Got the car in the right position so Higo couldn't cut back down in turn 2. So good work, and he's gained a bit there as well. He's gained a 10th there, so that's a good 1.5 car lengths. But as we said, the slipstream does come back at you here. Higo trying an over and under. Not the best exit, but better than Mitchell's. But Mitchell holds low. but that's going to impact his turning radius. So can he hold him in the straight here? That's the question. Brown has caught him a bit. He's caught him up. Yeah, he's caught him basically a second. But I don't think it's going to be enough if they hold the position. I'll try and get to Scott crossing the line this time, but I don't want to take my eyes off this battle because this is where the action is between second and third. Mitchell's had a great run through, and here goes, got a track cut, and that's going to send him tumbling down the thing. It's a 30-second penalty.
If Angus can, Damon can get past Angus, that's a podium.
All right, so we'll go to Scott crossing the line because that battle is now mute because he goes. So well done, Scott. So now here comes Damon on Angus, and so he goes pitting. He goes pitting. He can't do that. If it's on the last lap, you have to get the last lap penalty.
Oh, has he got him? No.
Oh wow, 0.030 at the line there. Sorry, I was just concentrating. He goes doing a drive-through on the last lap. Does the game trigger that though? If it's on the line, I'm gonna stay on Higo here to see if it's.
Do that on the last lap.
I don't think you can either. As Bennett's gonna come here, I think he's getting the 30 seconds no matter what. So he's crossed the line and it's taken the drive-through off, and Higo's. It's saying he's 7th, but we're gonna have to. I'd have to see. He's coming in 7th now, but I'm pretty sure if you get a drive-through on the last lap, that counts as a 30-second no matter what. As you not, I'm pretty sure the pit entry is meant to be closed in theory. Anyway, I'll go through the.
Yeah, it'll be close.
So, well, these guys are doing donuts, but I'll have to go through the grid. So Mitchell, with that, did get the second. So well done, Mitchell, because he was battling Higo, and he ended up coming out on top. Angus Brown just beat McDonald by, 0.30. Okay, I'll do it again. 0.000. A lot of fucking zeros and a 30. Then Damon, Jesse Bennett with a 5th. So great work, Bennett in 5th. Warwick clawed back to get his starting position in 6th after that bad pit mistake that I made in Townsville as well. Higginson, now that's questionable on that one, so we'll say 7th for now, but as provisional. But I'd say he's going to be holding a 30 second, and that's the thing. He's going to be getting the 30 seconds plus his drive-through time. I'd say because he didn't cross the line until when he was in the pits, so that's cost him possibly even more. Anyway. Nether with an 8th, so he lost a track position, but still great top 10 finish in the Super 3. Lachlan in 9th, so he sort of tumbled down a bit. I might have missed what happened with Lachlan, sorry about that. Callahan in 10, I don't think that he's that's a top 10, but I reckon he could have done better. Cecil at the 11th, came 12th. Melody, great position in 13th. She's no mistakes from Melody whatsoever, just drove a race, held a line. Well done. Greatness. She's beaten Rhodey. So Rhodey I think he had some issue as he did come into the pits. And Rhodey's probably going to kill himself here. No, he's just driving straight. Angus 15th, Glenn Miles 16th, and Alex Bennett, I think he had a drive through, put him down to 7th, and something happened to Walshy because he's 18th. And Snipes, of course, had a DNF, which was a shame because he had probably one of the best highlights in the race. So. Well done, everyone. I'll probably have to get him into the booth soon. Well, it turned out to be quite an entertaining second race. I thought, with the spacing of the first race, I thought it'd be a bit dull, but no, it turned out to be quite a good race. We pretty much stuck with the second and third battle. But that's the thing. Yes, we might miss some battles down the back of the grid, but or the middle of the grid, but the thing is these guys have earned it if they got the higher position as Brown's doing burnuts in the pits, as you should. I just don't see any smoke. Alright, so I might just bring up the intermission graphic. So I'll still be here. I'm just going to get the podium shots ready as I back out of the game. So we had Marl.
And Mitchell Steele Allison's excuse to bump drafting is, well, you got to do what you got to do. Am I right?
All right. So, and I've just lost the grid position. So you're going to have to tell me. So who do we want and what positions they came?
So Scott Merrill.
Scott Morrill won both races.
Mitchell Steele Allison, Angus Brown for race 2. Scott Merrill. Uno momento, por favor.
I might get you to do the interviews and while I do all this stuff for you.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, just you can do it. I've been blabbering on. So give me a moment. Game backups. Sorry, I'm just trying to bring up the podium shots. Because my graphics card, all my shortcuts are in random positions. Because it's obviously I've had some weird graphics card crash at the end of race 1. So I've got to look into that. That's not good to have. Oh, hopefully it's just a one-off. Anyway. Where are... So if you want to bring them up here anyway, if you want to drag them...
I'm just trying to figure it out.
We'll get... we'll get Murrell, we'll get Mitchell.
Oh, because this is one stream. Yeah, 1 second. I need to go back to the other stream. Bootleg.
Yes, I had to break it in half, yes, because my computer did crash. So hold on with us, folks. I'm just trying to find my shortcut to the... I'll just go to the hard drive.
Yeah, it's same podium for both races.
All right. Well, we'll talk to those three then. Hang on, it wouldn't have been because Brown came third in the race 1, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he come? But he didn't. Did he come third? Oh yeah, he did too because Nathan Higginson had the thing. Yeah, anyway, all right. So development series. All right. Well, we'll do third, I guess. So that would be Brown. P3. All right. Is he here?
I'm waiting. No, I've got Scott. I've got Angus.
We've got Angus Brown. We'll talk to Angus while he came third.
I don't think Mitch wants to talk, so...
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, let's... and we also need...
Sorry, everyone. We're just sorting everything out. This is bootleg by all means. Close that. Right, so where's Discord? So we've got Angus Brown here. Well, while we're waiting, we'll just, if Mitchell doesn't want to be here, that'll do. Okay, Angus, well, congratulations. You had a bit of a shocker at the beginning of the first race, but you ended up charging through the race to come back into third and everything. So how was your night?
Yeah, it was interesting. I dipped into the 47s in the practice, and it was the first time being in there all week, pretty much. And after that, I think Scott did the 6 in qualifying, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, there's an 8/10 gap to everyone," and I just put a good lap together, dropped it down to 4/10 or 2/10 or whatever it was, but race 1 got hit from behind into turn 1 from Higo, just early braking. It happens, but then just dropped it and was in recover mode ever since.
Now, did you find what was the slipstream like? Because was it a massive factor, or was it like it helped, but it wasn't really? Because that's the thing, I was trying to get the measurements on stream, trying to figure out how much of an advantage was.
In qualifying, I don't think it really helped, but in the race, it made it a little bit easier to overtake. You just had to be a lot braver under brakes into all the braking points, and you had to brake like 10 meters earlier than the car in front.
And what were the tyres like after 8 laps? Were they awful or were they manageable?
After 8 laps, they were manageable. It just felt like a good time to come in, try and undercut some people, and it worked. But the newer tyres at the end really helped those who stayed out that little bit longer.
Yes, we were saying that might be overcutting might be the best, might be a strategy for the battling at the end there. But anyway, you just got past Damon was charging back, and you just pipped him at the line. I think it was 0.30 or 0.030.
Yeah, I forgot to grab. I forgot to grab 6.
Oh, that's not a good time to forget.
I was trying to leave him room on the exit, and my car washed wide, and there was a little bump. So I was more worried about keep giving him enough room and not wrecking both of our race, like as we're about to cross the line.
No worries. Oh well, still, I think you definitely had the drive of the night in race 1. So congratulations on your 2 podiums for the night.
Thank you.
No worries.
I reckon we'll go to another story. We'll talk to Neda next, I reckon.
No worries. Just showing Mitchell did come second in both races, but he decided he does not want to come into the booth, and that is fair enough.
He's actually here. The door's unlocked.
Okay. Well, we'll talk to Mitchell then.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we'll go through that, and we can then we'll talk to Nether next. Sorry, but so Mitchell had an interesting couple of races there. You having a great battle with Higo in the last race, and it turned out we were saying you were being sort of the smartest, sort of sitting behind the 2 cars while they battled, and then then you sort of make your move. Is that how you were taking it? Like how are you approaching those races?
Yeah, I mean, definitely just wanted to sit behind majority of the race, considering as soon as you get past someone, you're just going to get past on the next straight, because the slipstream here is just so intense. So especially in that last race, just want to just sit behind the 2 SES boys, or 1 CRE, and see how things played out. But then towards the end, when I got past Angus, I just wanted to bum draft Higo a bit to try and build a gap to Angus, so in case, or when I start battling Higo, we don't lose that gap and I end up getting put under pressure by Angus again.
I would have thought you would have been better off in NASCAR here with all these bump drafting you're doing.
Yeah, I think I was bump drafting pretty much every lap, every race.
So I definitely
it seemed to work out well.
Would have loved to see you on the old Monza track around the oval.
Oh, that was that's what we were saying. That's what I thought I picked that up on stream. So yeah, I think that was definitely the tactic, because it gave you 2 podiums and it forced Higo into a mistake on the final lap. So
I think I might have caused that a little bit. I think I got a track cut there as well, so I might have baited him into it a bit.
Well, that's the thing. If you had the extra one, you had one extra one to give. It works. So
yeah, I think it's because I can't remember what lap it was, but I think Higo went for a move into the turn 4 chicane. I think he ran off the track. Probably got his last track up there. I don't think he gave back the position either.
Yeah, we saw that. We questioned that one as well. So yeah, we're glad we got that on stream. But anyway, 2 seconds on the night. I think that was a great race, Mitchell. So I think you definitely drove the smartest. So well done.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll go to the leader of Super 3 now, and I'll just get his on the podium shot.
Yeah, so
because I think you had a 7th and a 9th, is that? Or 7th and an 8th, sorry.
So Ned is pulling his weight against these Super 2 guys. 2 8th place finishes. How's the night for you, Neda?
Yeah, not too bad. We crossed the line as an 8th in race 1, but we got 7th because of Damon's engine blow up. And we got 8th in the second race, which wasn't too bad. I was kind of hoping in that second race I was able to get within slipstream range of Jesse after the pit stops, but I just couldn't bridge that gap. I got it down to about 2 seconds at one stage, and I just couldn't bridge the gap any further, and then I sort of fell a bit further back and then into the clutches of Steve, and then at that point I had to sort of just settle for finishing behind him as much as possible, as close as possible to stay out of range of Darren, who was coming pretty quickly. So at the end of the day, yeah, we got home for 8th in that one. 1.8 seconds away from being 7th, with Higo serving his penalty right at the very end there, which was completely legal because of where the
you can. That's what we were asking. So you can take You can take it on the last lap?
This is one of the very rare circuits where you can actually serve that penalty because the pit exit effectively is where the start-finish line is. So by the time you've trundled down the pit lane, you've effectively served your 30 seconds that would normally be added to the race time anyway.
Fair enough. Okay.
In this case, for him, it was completely legal. There are circuits where you can't do it. In real life, Monza's start-finish line is just after the pit entry anyway, because it's where the podium is. So if it had been there in this version of the track that we race, the penalty would have been illegally served. So
okay, well there you go. That's an interesting fact for everyone to know then, because if you do get a track cut, you got to figure out. You have to know that ahead of time, so you know if you take it in the last lap or not. Because we were thinking, oh no, he's trundled through the pit lane and he's going to get plus 30, but that's not the case. So that will end up him in 7th. So
that's correct. And it does two things as well. One, because the game actually docks you a lap if you don't serve a penalty before the end of the race, then it causes grief for us having to add that person back into where they originally crossed the line and then add 30 seconds. And in some cases it's bad, in some cases it's fine. Or it actually works out to your benefit. So, but in this case, he pretty much had done 30 seconds trundling down the lane by the time he crossed the start-finish line anyway. So it's all good. He finished on the lap he was supposed to finish on. There's no problems.
Fair enough. And we were saying that's the thing. This is pretty much your Super 3. This FGX is constantly in the top 10 with the Gen 2 cars. So I think if you're coming in next year,
am I spelling a promotion?
I reckon there's a possible promotion for another next year. Hopefully you stay in it.
So my question is, how are you going to fit people in the back of your next taxi, your Mustang, as it's a two-door?
Yeah. Well, there's a subplot to this year, and there's a sting in the tail, a bit of a story still to come out. So I'm not going to give any hints just yet. Scott Murrell's rather pissed off about that because I'm leaving him on a cliffhanger. No, there will be some stuff to come out in the wash in the last quarter of this year once everything is all settled down. In terms of the championship, look, the cars, I'm just genuinely surprised at how I've been able to handle myself this year. It's even though coming into tonight, I think there was only 75 points between Rhodey and myself, and if you took the drop rounds out, which haven't been calculated yet, but what our worst rounds would have been, it would have only been about 66, I think it was, is what it would have been. So a DNF either way for one of us could possibly blow the whole championship up in the air. Like if it was me, we'd be both back to almost level pegging, and if it was Rhodey, it would blow out the other way. So all we can do, and this is sort of like the MO that I've sort of had for the last sort of 3 or 4 months with some stuff I've been handling at home, is just focus on the things you can control and don't worry about the things that you can't. So if we can focus on what we do, and that's staying out of trouble, driving the car nice and smooth, just putting in the best effort that we can. It doesn't matter what happens around us because we're doing the best we possibly can, and what will be, and we just got to take that. And at this stage, it's going as well as it possibly can. So we just got to keep doing it.
Wise words. Well, congratulations, Nether, on your great round at Monza. Well done.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
And the last man in the studio here is, of course, the man who's pretty much dominated the entire proceedings tonight. Got pole one race 1 and one race 2 quite dominantly. It's the man who's definitely not going to be running Super 2 next year. It is Scott Murrell. Congratulations, Scott Murrell.
Thanks, Coxie.
So how did you find the track? Because you had, I think race 1 you had a couple of battles before you started stretching out the lead. But how'd you find Monza in a supercar?
I love it. I think it's a great track. Once you can get the setup where you want it, which was key for me. Once I got the car the way I felt, the way I wanted it to feel, I was just able to check out.
Nice. And I'm trying to remember what happened in the race 1, because I think, did you get bumped off? No, I can't remember what happened in race 1, because I know you didn't lead, you didn't dominate it, but you did by the end of stage. I think you had a couple of good battles. I don't know if it was with Higo Or Damo?
Yeah, there's a bit of a weird thing at the start of race one. I had Damo flashing behind me as like net flashing,
Oh, yep.
and then as we went into turn one, he disappeared and then reappeared right beside me, and I panicked and kind of just completely missed the braking marker. Blew through turn one.
Well, I think you did slow down and you did give a car length back, so I think that'll be okay. So
Yeah, I did. I was like, oops, fucked that up. Better give it back.
No, we did see a driver not do that, I recall, so that's good. But no, you've been doing well. You've been doing well in the Supercar Series as well. Are you racing next week in the Supercar Series as well? Is that the plan?
That is the plan, yeah.
No,
Just
that's
practice makes perfect. I've been practicing with Angus and Will and whatnot, so Will's been a great teacher, helping me along, and all his hard work, as you can see, is starting to pay off.
No, well, keep it up, mate. Keep it up. That was a very dominant performance, and yeah, we were quite impressed, and yeah, led from start to finish. So well done, mate. Congratulations.
Thanks, Coxie, and thanks for broadcasting too, Coxie and Dostal.
Yeah, hopefully I did crash. My computer crashed at the end of race one, so hopefully I don't know. I don't know if it was a setting, so I think I upped it to 60 frames, and
I think we need to up the broadcast budget, bud.
No, we
pushed it and then we had a pit reporter.
Yeah. Oh,
Right,
thanks
have a good
for
night,
that.
boys. Thank
No
you
worries.
again.
Thank you.
good
So
night.
with that, our next round, I believe, is
Sandown.
and that's the. Now we're not doing the teammate enduros in supercars this time round. I believe. I think it's
One long race, I think.
it's one. I think it's a 300 or a 400 lap. Well, I'll bring it up. Hang on. I'll bring
300, 400 lapper. Hold on.
300 kilometers. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The lap, yeah, that's a good 10-hour race at Bathurst then. Let's have a look. So in the Sudev series calendar, so the next race, yes, will be the Sandown International Motorway in Sandown, of course. It is a 200 kilometer race, 65 lap race, and you will be on the softs there. So I think that's the first time we're racing. They've raced softs at Sandown, because normally it was an enduro. So, but now we're bringing it back to single team drivers, single driver teams. Sorry, so not doing the shared driver now. So, I think it'll be interesting to see the lap times at Sandown on softs, because yeah, I think it's always been hards when we've gone there. So that's on August the 22nd, the Friday, August the 22nd. Hopefully Brap will be back. We won't have dramas at work, so you don't have to deal with this bootleg stream of me fucking it up all the time and seeing the graphics on poo settings and blah blah blah. But I think it was a pretty good race, and thanks for you coming in to help me out, because commentating by myself would have been fucking awful. So thank you very much, Brandon, for coming in and saving the day.
Well, I didn't want to see you hanging from the ceiling fans, so I thought I'd pop in and say good day.
No, that did help. So thank you very much for that. I think we'll end it there. So hope everyone enjoyed that. I enjoyed the race. I tried to get as much action as I can. But yes, the drive is up, because the guys, whoever's the battle's up ahead, they get priority because they earned it. So that's how it works. But until then, we shall see you. So check out next. So we'll be at this track again next Friday. I'll be driving that. Hopefully not fucking up the pit stop this time around, because I'm ashamed, because I actually had decent pace at the end of the race at Townsville, but I was just 30 seconds behind everyone. So we'll be here on Monza in the supercars round, at the international round, and that will be
With a much better broadcast.
yes, with the professional Blendline TV commentator as well, with Nether.
With the professional Blendline TV commentator, with the Yapper Roadie.
Yep. Alright, does all right. He does tend to blabber on, but he does go through detail, which is good. And that's the thing, you don't want dead space when you're in a commentary, as I've learned. So, but I'll just give you the info before I forget. So with the supercars, where's the supercar chat thing? Championship. So with the supercars, which will be Yep, so that's on August 8th. They've got 200, so it's 20 kilometres more. So it's 3 laps more, but it's 20 kilometres more. And it does have, again, there'll be one compulsory pit stop, and they will be on the soft tyre as well. So that will be a factor because they've got to make the tyres last 10 or 11 laps, basically. So I think we use a bit more tyre on the supercar because they're a bit wider. But anyway, I think we've blabbered on enough. So thank you again, Brandon. Thanks everyone for watching, and we shall see you next week on the Outworld broadcasting for the supercars round. Catch you, everyone. Now, where's the stop button? Right there.
Good night and good morning.